Amazon, I'm Jasmine Moyer, and welcome to Sway TV. I'm so excited to get started today.
We're gonna have some fun on the street, and we're doing Workout Wednesdays here on Amazon Live. And she is fresh off the set of Shark Tank.
It's such an honor to be here today, so thank you.
We are gonna be talking all about parenting.
This is our tribe of women. What is the key to a successful business?
And it's Brad Grunberg. Hi, Brad.
This is a game changer.
Thank God you were on this show.
There's a Tesla. You can actually buy a car on Amazon. That is so crazy.
The perfect gift.
Yes, we got our Drake's Cake break.
So awesome.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake your Zulai. This is fun.
Here we go. I'm so excited. I can't even stand it.
That was very dramatic.
Oh, Naveen says this is better than Netflix. So happy New Year 2021. Let's bring it in with a bang. 2, 1. So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV. I've had such a great time with all of you.
We'll see you soon. Until then, let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Hi guys, how's it going? I'm Dr. Kate. Welcome to Mind, Body, Spirit with Dr. Kate on Sway TV on Amazon Live. I'm so grateful to be here today to talk to you guys about some of my favorite products. I see we already have someone joining us in the chat. Wendy, hello Wendy. How are you doing? If there's anything you want to talk about, I'm here. I will be seeing your chat. I'm going to just jump right in and start making this amazing coffee. That is my favorite coffee by Fat Fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Before I show you what's inside of this packet, let me just read to you a little bit about Fat Fuel coffee. So this is an organic instant keto coffee with MCT oil, coconut oil, grass-fed butter powder, Redmond's real salt. It's low carb, and it comes in 15 individual packets inside of this bag. There's also an option to buy it in powder form where you can just scoop the powder. But I think that part of the beauty is that they put the perfect ratio. And I have on set here this wonderful Zule Kitchen on-the-go blender, USB adaptable. I'm good, thank you so much. It's a beautiful day here in Los Angeles. Where are you joining us from, Wendy? And do you have any products that you would like to talk about or questions? We can chat. All right, so I have this Zule Kitchen blender. I'm just gonna show you really quick how this blender works. And we have this in the carousel as well, but this is one of my favorite things for on the go. Isn't that amazing? So you can charge it and take it with you. You can throw it in your suitcase. I'm going on a trip next week, and I'm probably going to take mine along with the Fat Fuel coffee. You know, the luxury of being able to make a coffee that's emulsified in fat is something that typically is reserved for your kitchen at home, because you need a blender and you need things that require refrigeration typically. So plus you might not be able to source really clean, healthy, organic things when you're on the go. Even if you had access to a blender, you'd have to go to the grocery store and, you know, find grass-fed butter or grass-fed ghee and perhaps MCT oil. And it becomes a big mess to travel with these things. But with Fat Fuel coffee, they're conveniently in one packet, and it actually blends really well. So I'm gonna just empty the packet. Pennsylvania, how cool. Yes, let's sway. Hi, Michael, how's it going? Michael, where are you joining us from? We are swaying in Los Angeles today. Okay, so I emptied the contents of the packet. You can see it's like a powder. I'm just using this bottled water. It's not ideal, but you know, I would at home be using like a filtered water. Maybe even a little alkaline would be good to mix with the coffee. All right, so we have it inside. Just cover this. If you want it to be warm, you could use warm water too. That would help blend. She's doing all the work. So we're not really blending anything too heavy. So I think that should suffice. There is this additional panel that helps to kind of filter things, siphon, which doesn't really apply to this coffee. But there we go. Now we have a perfect keto fat fuel coffee. And it's gonna help give me sustained energy while I talk to you guys today about all these products. The good part about drinking coffee that's emulsified in fat is that, oh, you're in Georgia. Awesome. Wow. Is it cold there right now? I grew up in the north central part of Florida when it would actually get pretty cold around this time of year, which people don't think of. So the good part about drinking coffee that's emulsified in a fat is that it changes where the caffeine molecule digests. So instead of getting that really fast absorption through the lining of the stomach, which is the way caffeine typically absorbs, and also the way alcohol absorbs, the fat kind of encapsulates the coffee or the caffeine molecule, and then it pulls it deeper into the GI tract so that you have to wait to have bile to emulsify it, which means you're getting a more sustained caffeine high. You're not having to get that really fast jolt and then a crash later. You can kind of have it be a meal replacement, and it'll help to keep you energized for a more sustained period of time. So. Wow, that is amazing. Looks like Michael is starting some drama, and his messages were muted. Whoever is here right now, if you guys are interested, we're doing a really great PS5 giveaway tomorrow. If anyone wants to enter into that right now, I can take down your information. We have all of their entries are here. We have a lot of people who entered. No one can get these PS5s now, so we have a few, and we're giving them away, and we're really excited. So if you want to enter, you can just enter by going to follow. Well, let's see, PS5. Okay, so you're gonna follow Sway on Amazon. Take a screenshot of the follow. Email the screenshot to ps5@shopswaytv.com, or just DM us on ShopSwayTV, and we're gonna do the drawing on Saturday, February 6th. That's tomorrow. Okay, we're doing the drawing tomorrow. Winner must be present on the live stream to win. If you want to enter, yes, that's right. If you want to enter, you can also let us know right now if you're watching. All right, so I'm just drinking this coffee. It's so good. Another way that I like to start my stream, I know this is ridiculous, but I like to show you guys how awesome this hair tool is. And we're trying to get my hair to do this under thing, or I'm trying, and I'm going to show you how that can be accomplished using this product. But first, let's find it so you can see it while we're doing it. Oh wait, there it was. There it is. Okay, so coming in at a phenomenal price point, the Revlon One Step Hair Dryer and Volumizer Hot Air Brush. It comes in a few different colors. We have the pink one. I love this product so much. It delivers this like shine and vibrance in one single step. I have actually used other products like this and found them to be very difficult and hard to manage. And to be perfectly honest, I've never tried this particular product with wet hair, and I'd be interesting to try, but I'm going to show you how if you've already blow dried your hair, but perhaps it doesn't have quite that shape that you want. I could do better. So you can can kind of see what I did on one side. It's just so easy to use and it just makes that nice bounce. I'm gonna do the other side. All right, that's enough. So yeah, so you can see it kind of like brightens the hair. It gives a little bounce and volume. And let me see what this brand wants to say. Let's see what they have to say.
Looking for salon-worthy blowouts? Try the one-step hair dryer and volumizer to dry and add body. The unique oval design is perfect for extra lift at the roots and smooth curled ends in up to half the time. One-step styling and gorgeous results. Style confidently.
Wow, I love it. It's so, it's just so bouncy and shiny and smooth. Okay, now since we're on the topic of beauty, I'm gonna go back and I'm going to show you guys a really great product from a company called Zac Diffusers. So Zac Diffusers makes all these amazing oil diffusers, but they also make beauty products. So I'm gonna try to find, I thought we put this in the cart. This is the USB rechargeable vibrating facial roller. Ah, here we go. Okay. So some of you might have heard about facial rolling, and the reason why facial rolling can be part of your beauty regimen is because the muscles in our face sometimes get adhesed the same way we get tension in other parts of our body. We could get adhesions in these muscles of the face. And people who, just reading the chat, hello from Israel? Wow. Do you have to take a screenshot to email? Okay, looks like this way you guys are handling this. Thank you. All right, so back to talking about this Zac Diffusers facial roller. One thing that's very unique about this roller is that it actually delivers micro pulsed vibrations. So it's not just a roller. It has this vibration capacity, and you just turn it on, and then you're getting these vibrations while you're rolling simultaneously. So there are many techniques out there for how to roll out the different muscles, but and that's not really the purpose of this, but I wanted to show you how amazing this roller is and how you can really get into like the deep musculature. And if you're someone who might want to get Botox or consider fillers, it's a really good idea to kind of aggressively roll out and release the trigger points in those muscle bellies, even in the face, before you go forward with that procedure. If you're wanting to get Botox in anywhere in the face, you're going to want the Botox to be able to more effectively drive into the tissue so that it can block those receptors the way it's intended to paralyze those receptors. And then the goal with Botox is sort of to create a restructuring of the musculature so that some muscles weaken and turn off and other muscles turn on and work harder to kind of lift and smooth the face. So with that being said, you're going to want to make sure that you have a really nice foundation before you go in with that filler. And the way you create that foundation is by removing the adhesions in those muscle bellies. So for me, like I always get right in the 11 muscles, which are these two kind of parallel muscles that go right here, and whenever you worry or think too hard. So I always get always on the right side. You know, we have muscle patterns in our face just like we have in other parts of the body, and we have certain kind of pathways that the brain makes that just are instantaneous. So, you know, you might not be super worried, but because you've been making that worried face, even like a regular thought that's not a worry might trigger the same pathway, which is going to trigger the kind of like worry muscle to activate. Much like the way we overuse our upper traps and our SCM muscle for regular tasks, like just lifting up a cup. Like I don't need to use my trap for this, but if my brain is used to using the trap pathway, I'm going to recruit that trap just like I might recruit this 11 muscle for normal thoughts instead of just, you know, serious worries. And we're trying to avoid that. We're trying to have a very balanced musculature. And, you know, it's not just all about beauty. I mean, having a relaxed musculature in the face can help with issues like TMJ. It can help with supporting the cervical spine. It can help reduce tension throughout the sympathetic chain, which is responsible for all of your fight or flight. So it can, you know, if you have an imbalanced structure, you could potentially overactivate the sympathetic chain, and then you're talking about having increased anxiety, poor digestion, poor sleep, you know, the inability to really relax. So all of that can come from dysfunction that works in conjunction with the jaw, with the cervical spine, with the little muscles at the base of the skull, and learning how to actively take deep breaths and work with the sinus to open up the sutures inside of the upper palate. All of this works in conjunction with these muscles. So having adhesions and having tension in those muscles is something that not only aesthetically, you know, is a problem, it's also can be a hindrance to overall physical health. So that's why having a facial roller like this one from Zac Diffusers, I love it so much. I love the vibrating pulses. I love that it's made out of precious, not precious. It's made out of a crystal. This one I believe is amethyst. It looks like the one we're showing in the queue is rose quartz, but yeah. So like just to review, you know, getting into the temples, I'll show you how I do it. And I'm doing the fast version. Usually I spend more time, but you know, making sure I get all the areas. And you can kind of feel when you roll over the muscle belly where it feels tight. The most appropriate way to remove a trigger point from a muscle is to kind of have a sustained pressure. But if you just roll over it gently, and then I like to do the SEM muscles, clearing tension from this area as well is going to help with the drainage of lymph from the head. And you want to make sure lymph is draining because it's carrying all kind of like the waste products of the metabolism of the brain, the sinus, the throat, the teeth, you know. But you can just really you can find the areas of tension and just, it feels so good, honestly. I don't want to stop, but to give you an idea, this particular product also comes with a different head attachment. I'll show you the other attachment. So when you turn on the pulsations, you can switch out the head to this sort of like orbital shape. And then with the vibration, you can just find that trigger point and you can put a sustained pressure on it and just breathe. And you can also kind of like move it around with holding the pressure. And you can do the same thing like in the TMJ. You could do it sort of right here on the side of the neck, which is where like your first and second vertebrae, the TP kind of, you can feel it. And you can kind of get in there. You also have tendons coming up from several muscles that are coming right here and can cause tension. So you can just get the sustained hold. You could also take an essential oil and you could rub it right on that mastoid process where you have mastoid air cells that will, you know, can bring it can be a good delivery system for anything that is able to move through the skin. You can rub perhaps your bioidentical hormones, if you have that as part of your health practices, or you can rub essential oils or anything that you want to get into the bloodstream. You just put it on those mastoid, right on that mastoid. It's like this bony prominence that you can feel right behind the ear. And then you could take something like this with the vibrations and just kind of put a little sustained pressure and gently massage it. It's a great delivery system. So I do this in the morning when I use, what am I using? I didn't bring it, but I use a product that helps with adrenals. So it helps to get the adrenals going and the pituitary axis going. And it has, you know, some natural things like licorice and glycyrrhiza. And it has some precursors to some of our the hormones that we want to turn on. So that's what I do, but you could use essential oils or whatever you have in your practice to use. All right. Well, that was fun talking about that product. So check it out, Zac Diffusers. All right. Now let's see what else we have to talk about today. Oh, okay. Hi, Wendy. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat. Let me write down Wendy's name so we can enter her. So we're very excited about this PS5, and I'm just gonna write Wendy. Shalom. Say shalom. Hi. Shabbat shalom, actually. It's Friday. So Wendy here, I have your name. I don't know if the camera can see it. There we go. And we will get your info. Looks like, do we? We'll make sure that we can find you, but you know, if need be. Okay, so I'm gonna enter you into the bowl. Thank you so much. Follow Sway. All right, so let's go back. Let's see what other awesome products I have here today to talk about. Maybe we'll do some cards. Actually, before we do the cards, we're gonna get a little relaxed. All that facial rolling made me really just wanna kind of relax my neck. My brain got really in the neck. So I'm gonna talk about this really, really phenomenal cream that we have talked about before, but I want to continue to emphasize how much it's helped. So just give me 1 second to find it. Indie cream. Here we go. So this product is basically like, you know, I don't know if anyone used Tiger Balm when they were growing up, or even like an icy hot concept, but it's just that on another level. So this is a cream that is including CBD, but it's so much more than CBD. It also has aloe vera, it has emu oil, arnica, it has white willow bark, which is sort of nature's aspirin. It has tea tree oil, wintergreen oil, lecithin, ginseng, lanolin oil, menthol, camphor oil, ginger oil, vitamin E oil, rosemary oil. You know, this would actually be a good product to, like we talked about earlier, to put on the mastoid, just to kind of like deliver a little bit of relief if you're having any inflammation in the body. Get a little bit there, but even more so, I like to put it on the muscles, because it drives in this combination of vasodilation and vasoconstriction, so that your muscles are able to first kind of like reduce the pain, but then eventually bring more blood flow for healing. It says, massage into muscles by applying Indie Cream Extreme for instant cooling. Emu oil delivers natural ingredients deep to muscle layers. Hydrating hemp oil combined with powerful natural ingredients like arnica and tea tree, white willow, and others. A blend of cooling aloe vera, menthol, tea tree, and others provide instant cooling on contact, while organic warming ingredients such as rosemary, magnesium, and arnica, and ginger help to circulate the area naturally. Yeah, and it's true. It is aromatic, and it does make your skin feel protected and kind of reinforced. And anytime I get a massage, I always bring this so that, you know, and I feel that if you are doing body work or you do massage, using this actually helps your hands when you're working on other people. So this can be a great product to use like with a partner if the two of you like to give each other back rubs or even hand or foot massages, and it takes the burden off the person doing it, because they're getting this delivery of healing and warming and cooling ingredients at the same time. Also, a lot of these things have tremendous anti-inflammatory properties that, you know, we didn't even really go into, but this is one of my favorite products. And we're just going through and we're just talking all about healing and health today, and all the things that we can do to feel good, because it's Friday. It's the weekend. All right, let's see. Now that we have relaxed, we're gonna do one of our favorite things to do on Sway, which is to do our intention cards. So, all right. Let's bring up these cards. Just gonna take a sip of water. All right, so these cards were made by Louise Hay. There's 64 cards in the deck. She made this deck in 1999. I find that this is a really great way to check in with yourself and kind of like, you know, get an idea of where you're at, and sort of sometimes before you go to sleep at night, it can be good to give yourself a message. But basically, these are like affirmative sayings that help people work on things like inner strength, self-esteem, romance, prosperity, love. I'm just quoting Louise Hay here. She says, read a different one each morning and watch your day unfold effortlessly and powerfully. So I like the idea of starting the day with them, but I also like to end my day with them, because I keep them on my nightstand, and before I fall asleep, I like to read them and kind of give my brain something to think about while it's asleep, so that I'm not going to worry thoughts. So I'm going to draw a few. Before I draw them, I like to do a couple breaths. So if you guys want to do that with me, I don't know if Noah and Wendy are still with us, but if you want, let's take a deep breath together. So I'm going to bring my hands at the center of my chest, and I'm going to take a deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, and then in through the mouth. And out through the nose. And just take a minute to ground down. Okay. Just shuffling the cards now. Okay. I'm going to pick 3 cards. Shuffle them really good. Okay. All right, this says, I am willing to release the need for this condition. And then it says, I take a nice deep breath and release all resistance to healing. Wow. You know, this is so good for me to hear right now, because dealing with ongoing various health issues and trying to be proactive. You know, we think a lot about health and the relationship between the health of the body and the spiritual causes of disease. Not to say that, you know, it's a chicken and egg thing, but potentially learning how to release things that are no longer serving us can be an important part of healing. And I think that's something that I needed to see today. I'm willing to release the need for this condition. Yeah, I don't need the condition anymore, right? I can release it. All right. It's so funny. It's so funny. They're so similar. It says, my mind is a powerful healing tool. It's true. The mind is so powerful. Every illness holds a lesson for me to learn. Okay, so this says, my business is prosperous. I rejoice in other people's success because I know there is plenty for everyone. That is also a really good message to hear. All right, well, these cards were amazing today for me, exactly what I needed to hear. Andy, if you want to choose cards, you're welcome to come in. We'll start talking about other things and see if you want to come. I'll put them over here. Mike, are you coming? All right. Great. Andy's going to choose some cards and then we're going to read them. So I'm going to let you take the deck and shuffle them a little bit, and I'm just going to keep doing some breaths while you shuffle. I want you to really focus. And I just want you to, like, you know, ask the universe or God or your angels your ancestors. Just ask them to give you whatever message you need to hear right now that's going to help you with your day. All right. Thank you. All right, these are Andy's cards. Okay. Let's get started. He picked quite a few here, 6. So we have a lot to read. All right. It says, I am not restricted by old limiting beliefs from my family and society. Wow. And it says, I am good enough. To block my face. There we go. I am good enough. I am not restricted by old limiting beliefs from my family or society. Okay. This says, I am at the center of peace. It is safe for me to look within. Each time I look deeper into myself, I will find incredibly beautiful treasures within me. I like that. Oh, you got the same card I got. It says, my business is prosperous. And it says, I rejoice in other people's success. Well, we know that you do because you are a part of growing other people's success. And it says, I know that there's plenty for everyone. So I don't know, you're back there right now checking out other live streams on Amazon. My business is prosperous. Okay. I bless my family with love. If I want love and acceptance from my family, then I must love and accept them. Wow. I'm going to read that one more time. I bless my family with love. If I want love and acceptance from my family, then I must have love and acceptance for them. So I think that's something that we could probably all take to heart. I know sometimes family relationships can be hard at times. But it's true, you know, we all want love and acceptance from our family, but sometimes we don't give it in return. So perhaps the way to open the gateway to have more reciprocity and love and acceptance is to give that first and then see what happens. Right. This says, I rise above all limitations. Whenever I encounter a challenge in my life, I use the experience to learn and grow. I rise above all limitations. All right, last card. I am motivated by love. Resentment, criticism, guilt, and fear come from blaming others and not taking responsibility for my own experiences. Wow. Let me read that one more time. I am motivated by love. Right. Resentment, criticism, guilt, and fear come from blaming others and not taking responsibility for my own experiences. So, you know, yeah, like she said everything there is to say. So, you know, you have to take responsibility for your own experience. And I love the idea of being motivated by love. I mean, there really shouldn't be any other motivation, but of course there is sometimes. Love is a great reason to do things, right? For love, for yourself, for others, for like the greater good, for your community, for the world, for the planet, for all the people that came before us, for gratitude, for all of those things. All right, so that was really fun. I think now would be a good time to let's check out this magnesium. Let's see what's going on with this magnesium. That's my favorite magnesium. I'm going to see if they have a video to show you. All right.
You've decided to take a magnesium supplement, but with so many to choose from, how can you pick the best formula? Here are 4 tips to help you. 1. Read the label. Many magnesium products contain compounds that are not easily absorbed or contain little elemental magnesium. Absorption is the key to effectiveness. In a clinical trial, magnesium chloride was found to be the best absorbed. 2. Look for purity. Ask for the manufacturer's certificate of authenticity to review for label claims and heavy metal content. Some tablets contain titanium dioxide, an insoluble whitening agent. Although generally recognized as safe by the FDA, titanium dioxide has been linked to cancer and neurological damage. So, steer clear of supplements containing it. 3. Check for ingredient safety. Many brands list magnesium levels that exceed the established limit of 350 milligrams per day. This is a red flag indicating that the formulas have not been developed by a doctor or using FDA guidelines. 4. Calculate the value. Consider magnesium citrate or glycinate. Often these will come in 400 milligram servings, but these are just a magnesium compound where the ions aren't really absorbed into cells. Their best absorption is probably only 20%. So you think you're getting 400 milligrams when you're really getting 80. You're better off choosing more highly absorbed magnesium chloride. Hopefully this will help you narrow your search for the best magnesium formula. This video will introduce you to the benefits of REMAG Magnesium Solution. This is REMAG Magnesium Solution, a 60,000 parts per million concentration of 99.99% elemental magnesium in picometer form. REMAG Magnesium Solution is formulated by Dr. Carolyn Dean, one of the world's leading experts on magnesium and magnesium supplementation. Here are some of the key product features of REMAG. This bottle of REMAG is 8.1 ounces, or 240 milliliters, and has 96 servings per bottle. Each 1/2 teaspoon serving is 150 milligrams of picometer magnesium. Dr. Dean recommends using at least 1 teaspoon per day to meet the recommended daily allowance of magnesium. In order to get REMAG into its highly absorbed liquid state, REMAG starts out as magnesium chloride and goes through an 18-point process of transformation. During that time, our formula is concentrated to an unheard of 60,000 parts per million and reduced to a picometer size. This is like taking a bowling ball and concentrating it into the size of a gumball, and then taking the gumball and making it in picometer size. It's hard to imagine this, but picometer is a unit of length equal to 1/trillionth of a meter. Then the magnesium ions released from their bond to chloride and these stabilized ions are immediately absorbed into the cells. This is incredibly important, and the reason why we think people have so much success on using REMAG is because of the absorption. More is absorbed, less is expelled. In addition to REMAG's unique design, REMAG's quality control process exceeds the requirements of the FDA, assuring its high quality. REMAG doesn't contain any binders, any fillers, or anything that distracts from its essence of 99.99% pure elemental magnesium. REMAG is vegan and also made in the USA. It is generally recognized as safe and is good for everyone from children to adults, and the elderly will benefit from using this product if they require magnesium as a supplement. Now let's talk about how to use REMAG. REMAG is a concentrated form of liquid magnesium. It is meant to be diluted in water, juice, or a smoothie. The picometer size of REMAG means higher absorption, so Dr. Dean recommends starting at half a dose, or 1/4 teaspoon, and adding 1/4 teaspoon every few days to reach the best dose for your needs. REMAG is most effective when used on a daily basis. As your magnesium saturation point increases, you'll notice improvements in the structure and function of your body system that benefit from magnesium supplementation. Storing REMAG is easy. Just store it in a cool, dry place. When it comes to giving your body the magnesium it needs, absorption is key. So try REMAG and experience your own magnesium miracle.
Yes. So I hope you guys got some interesting information out of that video. I always like to take, I run through this. I drink so much of this magnesium that I'm I'm buying one of these large bottles every few months, maybe even sooner. And I have in my daily water practices, I use about a liter bottle of this size. This is my water bottle. So, they recommend what they recommended here. And certainly if you're using a cup, this is really concentrated and strong, and the taste, if it's not dosed correctly, can be overpowering, but when you get it in the perfect amount of water, I just spilled it on myself, which is fine because it can go through the skin and help. If you put it in the appropriate amount of water, it's going to taste really good. It'll enhance the taste of the water. And I personally don't like drinking water without it now. I put other electrolytes, not just the Remag. I put other electrolytes in my water. My body, from a bio-individual standpoint, I need more potassium. You might not be in that category, but I put magnesium, I put potassium, I put trace minerals, and I put whatever. Sometimes my body feels like it needs something specific that day. But the one thing that I always put is this Remag magnesium. And I do find that it's very absorbable. This is going to be something that's going to help a lot if you have chronic pain or any type of transient muscle cramps or muscle spasms, or if you feel fatigue, or really, like, there are many, many elements that magnesium can help with. And like Carolyn mentioned, like the video mentioned, and like Dr. Carolyn Dean has mentioned in some of her books and literature, sometimes we're so deficient in magnesium that can take like 6 months to a year to replenish your stores, really get things functioning better. And this is a great way to do it. There are a lot of magnesium supplements on the market. There are a lot of forms of magnesium. Sometimes when you're looking for very specific things, like, for example, magnesium for neurological function, you might choose a magnesium bound chelated to something like glycinate. But in this case, when we're just talking about overall systemic body function, this chloride magnesium is an excellent form. It's very absorbable. So I usually put, I'm gonna pour, I'm not gonna do it 'cause it's already in the water. I want to overstrain it. I'll put about a capful into a bottle of water that's about this size, and I just pour it in. And it's good to go. You don't really have to do anything else. So if you're looking for a good magnesium, I cannot recommend this product more strongly. It's probably like if I was stranded on a desert island and I could only bring 5 things with me, this would 100% be one of the 5 things. All right, and since we're talking supplements, let's see what else I have put in the carousel that I can talk about to show you some of my favorite products. While we're on the topic of minerals, I did bring these trace mineral pills from Seeking Health, and Dr. Ben Lynch is one of my favorite leaders in health, and he's sort of the father of epigenetics. He created this particular product that I have is the iron and copper free version. You might not need the iron and copper free version, but for some people, they are having issues balancing copper and iron. So, we don't want to like overdo it with those things. But this particular product has a little bit of iodine from Icelandic kelp, and it has potassium iodide. It has zinc, a zinc bisglycinate chelate. It has a little bit of selenium. It has manganese, which is going to be super important for anybody who has SOD2 mutations, which are manganese modulated. It also has a little bit of chromium, glycinate, nicotinic glycinate, chelate. Wow, that's a really interesting form of chromium. Chromium is going to be really helpful for regulating like blood sugar and other various functions. It has molybdenum, which is one of my favorite minerals. Molybdenum helps to remove things from the liver that sulfites that can interfere with your ability to detox. So molybdenum is going to help to break down those excess sulfites. Molybdenum is also really helpful if you're going to be consuming things that you know are high in sulfates, like alcohol, wines, perhaps. This product also has a little bit of boron, Boron has a tremendous amount of functions, one of them being to help reduce fungus in the body that is, an overgrowth. Maybe if you have an overgrowth of yeast in the body, boron can help with that. Boron can also help to mobilize some heavy metals like out of bone to help detox the body. Vanadium, also has horsetail. This is like full of these trace minerals that you're just not seeing on a regular basis in your diet. And I mean, all of these things are useful, and it's not in a quantity that's going to overwhelm you or be like too much. So Seeking Health, great products. Seeking Health has a lot of really good products. I could just go on their store and talk about a few of them so that you can see. There's been a lot of talk lately, about immunity and like ways to boost the immune system. And certainly I'm always recommending the vitamin A drops from Seeking Health. And reason being, we know a lot about vitamin D and how helpful vitamin D is, but a lot of people are not aware of how important vitamin A is for immune health as well. Vitamin A, some uses for vitamin A drops, which are not commonly talked about, are, if you get cold sores or if you have any blisters inside of your mouth or any type of like tonsil issue, you can put the vitamin A drop directly on that wound or sore, and it can rapidly speed up the healing of that area. But also just consuming the vitamin A, being one of the foundational fat-soluble vitamins, like the others being D and K and E, but vitamin A specifically is going to really help the immune system function. And if anyone who has autoimmune issues, vitamin A is going to be really important for fostering the production of the T regulatory cells. T regulatory cells, which are the immune cells which help to police the T helper cells, which are the cells that tell plasma cells or B memory cells to make antibodies against your tissue, which is like what you don't want if you're autoimmune. So having a balanced immune system by fostering the production of T regulatory cells to, help with T helper cells, which help to make these decisions about what is and isn't a pathogen inside of the body, can be very important for turning down the inflammation and dampening down the production of antibodies, which, if you have an autoimmune disease, the more antibodies you have, there are some doctors that believe antibodies might be protective, and certainly more research should be done in immunology on this topic. But we typically see a large amount of antibodies as unproductive, and that can lead to a ramping up of inflammation and more attack against the body. So in the case of an autoimmune situation, of course, this is not medical advice, and if you have an autoimmune disease, you should talk to your medical doctor about your condition and certainly follow their guidelines, but also being mindful of your consumption of fat-soluble vitamins, which foster T regulatory cell production, and also glutathione, but not to take glutathione necessarily by itself. I don't recommend that in most situations. Sometimes, depends. All right, let's talk about this. Seeking Health Optimal Liposomal Vitamin C Immune System Support supports healthy eyes, skin, body's healthy response to free radicals. Vitamin C has to be another one of those things that I would want if I was stranded on a desert island. But vitamin C is going to be a powerful antioxidant. It's going to help with glutathione production. So it's a good way to get at the glutathione pathway without, directly consuming glutathione. And vitamin C availability is always something that we talk about. I have this one here. This is the Optimal Liposomal Vitamin C in the lemon zest flavor. I don't really take this in the best way. I usually just squirt it in my mouth. I'm not going to do it right now. And I kind of guess the dose. My body does really well with vitamin C, and I can do high doses of it in an IV, not like high, but 10 to 15 milligrams in an IV, and I don't have any issues. Some people do. Some people can't consume super large amounts of vitamin C. It's something that you might want to work up to, but certainly taking 1 teaspoon is actually 1,000 milligrams. So that's a great, and this comes in this really nice phosphatidylcholine from non-GMO sunflower oil, and 400 milligrams of phosphatidylcholine, and it looks like phosphatidylcholine. I don't know what phosphatidylcholine lethanolamine is complex. I think that might be the complex that's formed between the phosphatidylcholine and the sunflower oil. But in any event, I trust Dr. Ben Lynch so much, and I know that he really understands how to organize these micronutrients. A daily consumption of vitamin C can be very like immunoprotective. It can also help with aging. It can help with skin collagen, tightness, all of those things that we want to see. Also lightening the skin and brightening the skin. Vitamin C is great for that. And when you're consuming it internally, you know, it's going to have an effect on the outward appearance of your skin as well. I know some people like to use topical vitamin C, which I find to be kind of irritating, but some people do well with that. Let's just look at a few more things. Some things that he does really well are like these. I mean, I think actually everything he does well, but some unique aspects like this particular product, which is the active B12, and it has active methylfolate. You know, thinking about consuming B12 and folate, B9, in their active forms really takes the burden off the body to have to convert these enzymes into their active form. And if you've ever heard of MTHFR mutations, those are mutations on the actual enzyme that convert these products from the form that you consume them in into the form that's active. So if you have mutations on those enzymes, you might potentially have less of those enzymes, which means you're not able to convert at full capacity. So you're consuming a nutrient that you want to make active, but the body may or may not be doing that. And if you're not doing that, it can have effects on overall health, especially over your lifetime. So, you know, talking about these mutations, you know, if you just supplement these B vitamins in their active form, then you're bypassing the need for these enzymes. So looking for something that says it's methylated, basically. So if you're thinking of B12, you're going to be looking for methylcobalamin or something called hydroxycobalamin. Some people do really well with methylated B12, and some people do really well with this form, and some people need the hydroxyl form. So you will know which one you are. He also makes one in the hydroxyl form. So let's see. I like to play around with it. You know, I do really well with both forms. I think that my body responds better to the hydroxyl form. Hydroxo. Let's see. Hydroxycobalamin. So it's very interesting. There are reasons why some people do better with the methylcobalamin versus the hydroxyl. And I don't think that we totally understand these mechanisms to the extent that we would like to, but we are learning, and we do know that for some people these can be game changers. And then when we look at even with folate, looking for that methylfolate for B9 is very important. For many years, the only supplement that we had available, like in pregnancy, when B9 is so important for the developing brain of the fetus, and you might have heard that many women are advised by their doctor to go on a folic acid supplement or folate supplement, B9 supplement, and in the form of folic acid for these people who have these mutations that can't convert it into the active form, taking the folic acid form can actually be really destructive. So, you know, you can test your MTHFR gene. It's like $100 through your medical doctor, or if you've done 23andMe or one of the other genetic genome mapping services, it's usually included. But knowing kind of your methylation status can be very important if you're dealing with any type of health issue. Having good methylation is a cornerstone for detox. Okay, so I think we've like kind of covered my favorite. There is a really good mineral. There's a really good mineral. I don't know if it's on his Amazon store. There's a lot of products from Seeking Health. We'll go back and we'll talk more about Seeking Health on another episode. I think now it would be a good idea to talk about, let's see what we have here to look at. Let's see if Nano OJS is restocked. Let's see if they're back in stock. This is another great product. Oh, they're still out of stock. Well, we'll talk about that when they get stocked again. Oh, look, the Kion Omega is back. Let's take a look at this Kion Omega. Or am I saying it right? Is it Kion? I think it's Kion. It looks like they might have changed the packaging a little bit. Oh no, here's the original packaging. So as you can see, this is the one I have here. Speaking about like the health of the nervous system and avoiding heavy metals, Kion, I really hope I'm saying it correctly. I think it's Kion, but it might be Kion. This is a really great fish oil. This is one of my favorite fish oils. Okay. Where is my binder? So a lot of people ask me what my favorite binders are, and I've tried a lot, and I do have a few favorites, but this is one of my absolute favorite binders. And the reason why I like it so much is because it has so many different binders in it, and it's a nice powder. So when you wake up first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, just taking like a teaspoon of this powder can really help support your body's overall detox capability. And I'm gonna play this Quicksilver video where Dr. Chris Shade is gonna talk about what each different binder
The newest
does.
tool in Quicksilver's detox toolbox is Ultra Binder, the perfect multi-toxin GI binder. All good detox programs have an aspect that releases toxins from the liver through the bile into the GI tract. But if they're not bound in the GI tract, they're easily reabsorbed into circulation, where they'll go to the brain, the kidneys, or the skin. Or they can go in and poison the GI tract. Thus, we need an effective toxin binder as part of every detox program. However, we live in a complex toxic environment with multiple different chemicals that we're exposed to, including toxic metals, molds, pesticides, herbicides, plastics, and solvents. Each one of these toxins has a different chemical nature and thus needs a different binder chemistry. This targeted blend of binders and Ultra Binder can effectively absorb a constellation of different toxins to carry them safely out of the body. Ultra Binder includes IMD, activated charcoal, bentonite clay, and chitosan, with the addition of aloe and acacia gum. IMD is our proprietary metal-specific thiol-functionalized silica, the only one of its kind on the market, and of course is responsible for removal of the heavy metals. Activated charcoal is effective on persistent organic pollutants, VOCs, pesticides, herbicides, and many of the mold toxins. And one of the most important things that charcoal binds is endotoxin, or lipopolysaccharide, a very strong pro-inflammatory compound absorbed from our GI tract when we have leaky gut issues. Bentonite clay then comes in to bind aflatoxins from mold and food, and many of the pesticides and herbicides that are not bound by the charcoal. Chitosan is our final binder, which is responsible for removing many of the biotoxins we get from mold and from GI dysbiosis. We then blend all these binders with an equal amount of acacia gum, my favorite product for GI health. Acacia is a great prebiotic, feeding bifidobacteria. It increases mineral absorption in the gut and improves the gut barrier, stopping leaky gut. Lastly, aloe goes in to provide a soothing effect on the gut and reduce some of the symptoms of constipation that may occur with binders like charcoal and clay. Ultra Binder is the final piece of the detox puzzle.
So, like he said, this product is really comprehensive. It sort of has something for every binding issue that you might need. Like, I'm a huge fan of the chitosan. I always say it wrong. Chitosan. Anytime people have dysbiosis, like he mentioned, and when you have those endotoxins created by the dysbiotic negative bacteria or yeast or mold spores that might be happening in the GI, it also is going to help to break those biofilms that they hide in. So if you are taking anything to kill these pathogens, even if it's an antibiotic, even if it's a prescription product, you're going to want to bind up some of this excess stuff to reduce the side effects. I'm a really big fan of this product. The IMD powder that he mentioned, the thiolized, the silica, adding a thiol group to a compound is going to allow it to be attracted to heavy metals. So it's not really on the level of a chelator. It's not like a true chelator that can really bind to a heavy metal. Heavy metals don't really leave the body. Some people can detox heavy metals very well. There's genetic reasons why, but people who have a chronic exposure to heavy metals, over time, typically what happens is the heavy metals will start to throw a wrench in methylation, and methylation being what we spoke about earlier when we were talking about Ben Lynch's methylfolate and methylated B12 products. But when your methylation, which is so important for detox, is hindered by chronic exposure to heavy metals, like one being mercury, your ability to allow to transport it safely out of your body can be affected. And like I said, some people's bodies do remove heavy metals better than others, and some people do well in the early stages of exposure, but over chronic exposure over their lifetime, sometimes their methylation ability can be really affected, whether or not they have these genetic mutations on MTHFR or not. But of course, if they have those mutations, this can sometimes happen faster. So in that situation, sometimes a chelator is the only way to actually remove these metals from the body. And a chelator is going to be a compound that has two acylfulhedral groups in a certain position, so that they can kind of act like a claw and then they attract that mercury, which likes sulfur. So they can grab onto it and kind of hold it and transport it out of the body safely. And that's sort of the idea behind the thiolized silica powder that Crochet is describing, the IMD powder, which is a component of this binder. That's one component of this binder. So, it's going to kind of have the ability to grab onto some metals. Do I think it's a sufficient chelator? No, absolutely not. But working with it as a binder can be helpful alongside. Again, this is not medical advice, and I'm not recommending that anybody chelate necessarily, but definitely talk to a chelation literate practitioner, doctor, who, if you think that might be something you want to learn more about, or maybe on another episode, we'll review some of my favorite books where they talk in depth about these types of things, chelating and whatnot. All right. Just love talking about that. So I think now we are possibly going to be talking more about our giveaway, and I might be playing the PlayStation or trying to learn how to play it. And I think what we should do is take a quick break, and when we get back, I will be playing the PlayStation, and we will be talking more about the giveaway, which is tomorrow. So stand by, and we'll be back very soon. So this is the PlayStation 5 digital edition. This is currently unavailable, but we have some that we're giving away, and we're gonna do this giveaway tomorrow. We just need to potentially take a break. Andy, are you there, Andy?
Want to play?
Yes. We're just waiting now to get set up. All right. Very cool PlayStation handle. Is that what they're called? What are these things called?
Press the middle button. Middle one. Yep.
Do you want to come? I'm so excited to play this for the first time. I've never played a PlayStation before in my life. And if anyone can jump on the chat and help me, that would probably be good, because this might be really bad. But it's going to be really fun. I love doing new things. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we're gonna play. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm Dr. Kate. Welcome back if you're just joining us. We're getting set up so that I can demo this new PlayStation 5 that we're giving away. And, you know, I was not fully up to speed on the situation with this PlayStation 5, but apparently you can't get them anywhere. You can't get them on Amazon. I'm just going to center myself a little bit more. Yeah, perfect. And we have, through miraculous efforts, obtained a few of them that we're giving away. But in exchange for giving them away, we would like your support. We would like you to help us out by following Sway on Amazon. And you know, a lot of people don't know that you can follow brands and pages and content on Amazon just like you do on Instagram or Facebook. But this is you know, kind of a new thing, and it's in beta, and we would really like to have you follow us. So in exchange for your generous support and following us and keeping up with our platform as it's growing and changing and evolving into hopefully one of your favorite platforms ever for content, from everything from health to wellness to fitness to stuff for moms to relationships, dating, you know, vitamins, books, like culture, content, lifestyle. Like, this is what we're here to give you. And we're really grateful that Amazon is giving us a platform to be able to continue to do what we've been doing. And in order to help grow the mission, we just ask that you follow us. That's all you have to do. And we're getting set up right now, potentially. Maybe not. Maybe we won't play. It's okay. We don't have to play. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty getting the PlayStation set up on our end because we want to be able to show you what we're doing. And what you can do in the meantime is you can go to Follow Sway on Amazon. And once you do that, just take a screenshot of the follow, email the screenshot to ps5@shopswaytv.com, or DM to @shopswaytv on Amazon, on Instagram, or here. I'm not sure if you can DM here. Anyways, we're doing the drawing on Saturday, February 5th. And we're going to do it at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow is the day before the Super Bowl. So you must be present on the live stream chat to win. And we're going to be drawing. I would love if anyone could jump in the chat right now and tell me what your favorite games are to play on PlayStation 5. I'm learning all about it. I know my teenage cousin is really into PlayStation, and he really wants the PlayStation 5, and we weren't able to find it. And, you know, it's being sold at really high prices, like double the actual price. And, you know, there's just a lot of buzz around this particular product. And I'm excited to try to play a PlayStation for the first time. So if you have any suggestions for me on what to play or how to, like, what I need to know, does anyone, I'm just checking on the chat right now to see. All right. Looks like the chat is pretty quiet right now, but no worries. I think that we are getting there. Oh God, oh my goodness. Are you okay? This might be a good time to just relax and take a couple of deep breaths. Let's just do that. Do you hear that familiar PlayStation sound? Okay. Wow, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Looks like the X, trying to figure out what these different keys do. Looks like the X makes him jump. That's cool. We can go left, right. Oh, let's see why this is so addictive. What does this one do? Did I just die? What happened? This is not an iPhone. Maybe I died? All right, so no one's chatting with me right now. I would really like it if someone could jump in and give me some advice on how to play this. This is just like I'm so impressed with games have come a long way since Mario Brothers or whatever I was playing when I was a kid in the 80s. What exactly, what am I trying to do here? Like, what's the goal? Wow, this guy's got a lot of energy. Sweet. Oh, something's happening. Cooling springs? Do I want those? Let's go in here and check this out. Let's see what's in this really cool room. Wow. Wow. It's just like vibrating and going crazy. Looks like I got to something called Bot Beach. Do I just hang out here or do I? No. Oh my God. Wow. Look at that slide. This is so cool. Wow. Amazing. This is amazing graphics. Oh, hi. Damn. I take it that these things are bad and malicious, that I should beat them up? Yes. Goodbye. This is so fun. Oh, there's another bad guy. Let's get him. Yes. No, he got me. Oh no. Come back to life. I feel like we handled it the same as the other bad guys, and yet that didn't work out. Oh, let's get these coins. I just have wait. I'm gonna not go near that bad guy now that I know he's there. Oh shit, he's following me. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say bad words. Hi, goodbye. Oh no, they're like all following me now. Let me get these coins. Why am I getting smaller? Like, I'm so small. If I just spin. Should I let him catch me and just fight him? I typically don't like to run from problems. But there's just so many bad guys. And now I'm in a sandstorm. Like, this beach was really fun, and now it's just becoming like a nightmare. Maybe it's time to leave. No. Bye. Should I fight them? Let's do it. Let's just see what happens. No. I just died again. Why are they all following me so relentlessly? Like, this is ridiculous. And now I'm trapped. I have to fight. There's nowhere to go. Can I go in the water? Do I swim? I do, I swim. Wow, amazing. This is great. Fish. Looks like I can go to another beach. This is really built out. I mean, this is like a fun, super fun. Looks like that robot was enjoying himself and now he wants to fight me. Oh, this was the really bad one that no, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna avoid that guy. Oh, maybe let's go for another swim. Oh no. Ah! Uh-oh. Let's just relax, cool off, swim a little. Wendy said, how do I know if I live, if you're in Pennsylvania, you're Eastern Standard Time, right? Yeah. Oh no, they're catching me. Should I fight him? Should I stay and fight or just swim away? It's hard to decide. Wow, it's amazing the energy that this little guy has. Like, he can just keep going. And I'm starting to wonder, like, is there more coins here? Like, oh, there we go. Let's get these coins. Otherwise, like, what's the point? Like, what are we even doing on this beach? It's not relaxing because there's so many bad guys. Oh, there's some more coins. Sweet. So I guess these coins are replenishing themselves. Like, no. Uh-oh, I'm trapped. No. I'm gonna just fight them. Oh no, it's the really bad one. Wow. Amazing. Uh-oh, another snowstorm. Or sandstorm. Let's get these coins. Let's get them. Let's get them. Let's get them. Let's get them. Let's beat the wind. Sweet. You know, I think I'm doing pretty good. I don't know what you guys think. I'm not really sure how this compares. Yes, now I can leave this beach. How do I get out of here? Does the store open? Can someone please help me? I don't know how to do this. Jump. Jumping's not working. Is there a way to open this door? All right, you guys, this has been really fun. PS5 giveaway, join us. Oh, someone started following. Thank you, if that was Wendy. All right, well, this room was really unproductive. Let's see, like, where do I go from here? Am I trapped? Like, I can't leave now? I can't go back to the beach? I'm totally trapped in this room. Like, I can't get out. Like, I don't know what to do. This sucks now. Is it telling me? Oh, it is. It's saying to press this. I am pressing that. Oh, wow. That's kind of cool that the PlayStation tells you what to do if you're stumped. Wow, that was productive. Well, this has been really enlightening to learn about how awesome this game is. I wish I could figure out how to hook myself up to this thing. Hey, Andy. Oh, I did it. I did it. I did it. Oh my God, I did it. Oh my God. I can't believe I did it. Wow, I feel so proud of myself now. Like, I figured something out, and I feel like I have more self-esteem now. Like, I believe in myself. I could see this being good for kids, maybe. All right, let's see if we can do it again with this. So I have to grab it and then pull it. Amazing. Okay. Phenomenal. Hi, Eden. Okay, now I think that this might be a good time to wrap. Andy, what do you think? Should we wrap? Eden's here. No, it's okay. Do you want, should we do like a quick plug for the PS5 with Eden since she's here? That'd be awesome. I want her to come. Okay, well, this has been really fun. Thank you guys so much. Can we go back to full screen? Can we exit this? All right, well, guys, this has been really fun, and I'm so excited for whoever's gonna win these PS5s. So again, go to follow Sway on Amazon, take a screenshot of the follow, email the screenshot to ps5@shopsway.com or DM us ShopSwayTV. We're gonna do the drawing tomorrow, February 6th. It's a Saturday. We're gonna do it on Eastern Standard Time at 8 p.m. You must be present on the live stream when we do the drawing. And we already have all of these names entered, so we have quite a few. If you guys wanna write in right now or today during the other shows, we'll take your name down. But remember, you have to follow us and support the mission. That's the whole reason why we're giving these away. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm Dr. Kate. This has been another fun episode of Mind, Body, Spirit, talking about my favorite products and discovering things for the first time live with you guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. And remember, shop Sway. Remember, Sway TV. Sway. Let's Sway. That's what I was looking for. Let's Sway.
Make sure you guys follow Sway TV. Follow Sway right here. Ooh, it's this way, sorry.
Corey says, thank you, Sway TV. Shakira says, thank you, Sway. Yes, guys, it is so much fun. We love Sway TV.
So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV.
We'll see you soon. Until then, let's sway.
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 Let's sway!
Let's sway.
Let's sway!
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.